just first turned 16. Me and my friend went to a restaurant to eat. And then I see, after we leave the restaurant, we eat, I see this guy, he's like 23 years old with a Lambo. Come on, window down. I was like, bro, you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living? He said, I do Forex. I didn't even know how to open up TradingView. I didn't know literally nothing. I just knew the mentality of me trading, just making money from these ups and downs. That's all I knew. I didn't know nothing else. I was looking at your profile. I was like, bro, this dude got Bugattis. He got the cars. He got the jets. I was like, and he's this young. Yeah, I bought your course with my mom's credit card. I didn't have nothing at the time. I really didn't have nothing at the time.
How did it feel when you finally actually got your $12,000 withdrawal?
Bro, it felt great, bro. Like, it felt like I was in heaven, bro. I was literally sitting down watching the charts on the my graduation seat, while everybody else was walking around talking. I was looking at the chart. That was my biggest day. I made $4,000 that day.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another Swing Trading Lab podcast. And today we have a very interesting case because this is Yousef, an 18-year-old trader where he has successfully been able to withdraw $12,000 using the set and forget strategy. Yeah, I heard he has a very interesting story. Let's hear how he executes the strategy outside of the currency market. I'm mainly known for trading Forex, and a lot of people, they take this strategy and they can go execute it on crypto, indices, futures, whatever it is. And I know he trades these other markets. So let's let him in. Let's hear his story. What's going on?
What's up, my heart? How you doing?
Good, and you? How's everything, bro?
Everything's good, bro. How you doing?
Good. Yo, so people watching this right now, I actually met Yousef. Now that you're in here, I remember. So you wanna tell him the story or?
Bro, so look, he was doing the G challenge, right? He's doing it, bro. I filled out at least about like 10 applications. I was so desperate to join. I'm sure everybody else did that too. But then he was going around trying to see who to pick out. He went to Miami, he went to other parts of Florida. And then I seen on his story he was coming to Atlanta. And I live in Atlanta. I was like, yo, I got to see him, bro. Like, bro, I love Alex so much. I was like, bro, I got to see him. And then I went to it was like 3 private airports. I seen it, he posted on his story, like, it was like 5 minutes he posted it and I seen it. And then it was like 3 private airports. And I was like, yo, which one do I go to? And then I picked one, bro. I went there. I'm talking to the register girl that's in the front, and I just see Alex coming in the door. I was like, yo, there's no way. And I was so happy, bro.
Yeah.
But that's how me and you met for the first time.
Yeah. It was probably the most ironic thing. I'm literally just flying from state to state on my jet, trying to find new students to bring part of the G Club. And I'm literally getting off of the jet and I'm walking into the hangar just to get in the car and start going to people's houses. And this guy is there. I'm like, bro, what? How did you even know I was going to be here? But I mean, it's crazy because that was what, like 4 or 5 months ago, right?
That was like 4 or 5 months. That's crazy, bro. It felt like last week.
And now we're here. And
we're here.
We're talking about you today, bro. Because
literally, bro.
I know you're like, now that I see your face and I see the profile picture here in the Zoom, like you're one of the main guys that's very active inside of the Set and Forget community.
Yeah.
Love that. Appreciate that. I mean, bro, give us a little bit of your background story. How did you come across trading? How has the strategy helped?
So I'm 18 years old, right? So first how I was 16 years old when I wanted to trade. I like first turned 16. I was basically still 15. I just first turned 16. Me and my friend went to a restaurant to eat. And then I see, after we leave the restaurant, we eat, I see this guy, he's like 23 years old with a Lambo, literally 23 with a yellow Lambo right in front of the spot. And then I didn't even see the Lambo. I was gonna just go in the car and leave. And my friend was like, yo, look at that Lambo. I just looked. I was like, yo, bro, there's a Lambo. And then the guy comes out. He's like 23. He's with his boy. And I drive by him. I'll put my window down. I was like, bro, you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living? He said, I do Forex. This was like 3-4 years. This was like 3 years ago. I was like, what's Forex? And then he was like, oh, it's basically like crypto, this, that. He was like, just hit my Instagram. Just text my Instagram. I'm gonna show you everything. I was like, okay, bet. I was so excited. I went home. I was like, if he could do this at 23, I'll do whatever it takes. I'm only 16. He's 23. I got time. And then he tells me, we texting this. He tells me like a little bit of knowledge. Literally, like, he says, I caught this much pips. I was like, what's a pip? And then he sends me his course. He says, if you want me to teach you, you could buy my course. I was like, bro, where I'm gonna get this money from? I'm only 16 years old. I don't know where I'm gonna get this money from. And then he was like, and then I didn't buy his course because I didn't have the money to. And then I was just on YouTube, checking how to trade, and I seen Alex a lot. Every time I was search up trading, I would see Alex everywhere. So I just looked at Alex's videos. He would talk about higher highs, higher lows, area of interest. I was like a new language. I was like, what is he saying? Like I would just literally, I'll just understand me looking at the charts. I wouldn't understand anything you're saying. It's basically me speaking another language. And
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, I'm gonna buy his course, the other dude's course. I was like, I'll buy his course eventually. But a year went by, I still didn't have the money. 2 years went by, I still didn't have the money. I was like, bro. And then I followed Alex. I knew you once you hit the $1 to $100 to the million.
Yeah.
That you kept popping up on my Instagram. So I followed you then. I followed you on Instagram, and then you posted the boot camp. You remember the boot camp you posted?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a year ago.
It was like a year ago. Yeah, you posted that boot camp, and I was looking at your profile. I was like, bro, this dude got Bugattis. He got the cars. He got the jets. I was like, and he's this young. I was like, I got to join his course. So I joined your course. I didn't even have the money. I used my mom's credit card. I showed my mom. Look at this guy. Like, cause my dad and my mom, they've been knowing I wanted to trade ever since I was like 16. But then my dad wasn't letting me because I was gonna first use his credit card to buy his course, but he wasn't letting me. He was like, it's a gamble. I know what this is. You're not doing it. You're gonna lose money. I was like, and then he wanted me to go to college so bad. I was like, bro, instead of me like going to college, I could really learn like some real knowledge, you know? And then
Yeah.
this in my head I was thinking, because he really wants me to be a doctor. In my head I was thinking, like, I see Alex making like 200K in one trade. The doctors make that in a year, and we got Alex here making it in a day. I was like, hopefully I'll be like that in one day. I'll be like that. But yeah, I bought your course with my mom's credit card. I didn't have nothing at the time. I really didn't have nothing at the time. And I bought your course. Um, and then
How long did it take you from the moment that you started to finish it?
finish what?
The whole entire set and forget strategy, all the videos. How long did it take for you to
I
walk?
was live with you. I was there with you live. You
Oh,
remember it
that's
was a
right.
live
That's
boot
right.
camp. It
That's
was a
right.
live boot camp. And then, but every video that I would watch, like me and the other students and you would do, I would rewatch those videos like 3, 4 times. And the time we had it was so short because sometimes you had 12 hours, and the other day we have like 24 hours. And then like it will get posted a little late. So, bro, when you first posted that boot camp, I was most stressed of my it was the most stress of my life. Like I was so stressed out. Like I'm like, bro, I just paid this much. I'm not understanding anything. I'm not understanding nothing. Even though you started from 0 to 100, I didn't know anything. I didn't even know how to open up TradingView. Literally, I didn't know how to open up TradingView. And then you was doing a like every. You remember I told you that was me that told you, yo, I kept spamming the comment. I was like, "Do you need an account for Forex Factory?" And then you you started yelling. I was like, "You were like, you're pissing me off."
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I didn't know nothing. I didn't know what a pip was. I didn't. And then when you were teaching everything, you was like day 10. You were like open up TradingView. I was like, "Yo, how do I do that? How the fuck do I go on TradingView?"
yeah.
And then another student asked in the comments, how do I go on that? And then you were like, oh yeah, let me just show you guys how to. And that's like, I really didn't know nothing, bro. I literally didn't know nothing.
Okay,
And then
so you go from literally knowing nothing in trading to like not even open up trading view
I
to
didn't even know how to open up TradingView. I didn't know literally nothing. I just knew the mentality of me trading, just making money from these ups and downs. That's all I knew. I didn't know nothing else. I was
okay
like, it
and,
was so many different pairs. I was like, what is this? I didn't know nothing, literally nothing. All these numbers, they were confused. I would just look at these numbers. I'm like, I thought every number really meant something, but it really don't mean nothing. It's literally extra
oh,
numbers. It's just pairs.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's literally just numbers on the chart. So, and
Yeah.
how long did you go from knowing nothing to making $12,000 in profit that you have?
So the first month I didn't do nothing. I would just watch. I was getting knowledge. I was watching every video. After we finished the boot camp, I would rewatch the video like 2 times, 3 times to fully understand everything. And like even in school, bro, I never took notes in school. I literally never took notes. And then with this boot camp, I took down so many notes. I didn't know I could take this much notes, this good. I got them all on my notes on my phone. I could take it, send you screenshots, but I took so many notes. Like after the boot camp ended, I was so stressed, bro. I was like, yo, what do I do now? Like, what the hell do I do? And then I kept rewatching the videos. I think after the boot camp ended, I watched the whole thing over again 2 times. Cause every video after you would upload it, I would rewatch it like 2, 3 times. And then after you finished everything, I rewatched everything again like 2 times. And then
Hmm.
from the notes I wrote on my phone, whenever I would go to school, so I just first turned. I went to see. I was my senior year with this boot camp. Every time I would write down notes in school, I would just relook at the notes, relook at the videos. I wouldn't even pay attention in school, bro. Like this thing was so. I had to do this, and then after I took so much notes at school, um, I got there a little bit. So after a few months passed by. Yeah, no, no. After like couple weeks after the boot camp, you gave us that $300 account. You know the
Oh
three
yeah.
hundred, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I managed to put that to $700, and I blew it in like 2 hours.
Ah.
Literally, I blew in 2 hours. I over risked, and I didn't put a stop loss. I was like, I didn't put a stop loss. It was on Euro USD. It was when the first run happened on Euro USD, and I blew the account. Bro, I was so sad.
And then how did you go from literally not knowing anything from trading to then blowing the account? Where did you see that shift that then you were able to make those $12,000 in profit? You were able to be a profitable trader.
Okay, so look, I put another three after I blew the account. I put like another $300 on it through the LQH. I put another $300, and I blew that too. And then I started thinking to myself, I'm putting $300 in here, and I'm expecting big returns. With $300, I'm not gonna make nothing. Like it's gonna take me years to build this. I was like, there's because I didn't really like funded accounts. Like their rules, I looked up to it. Their rules are not. I didn't really like it, but I was like, there's no other choice because I'm not getting anything out of it. If I get one or two every day, I'm not getting anything at the end of the day. And then I switched to Alpha Trader.
Hmm.
I switched to Alpha Trader. I got a 50K account. First, it was my 50K, but I blew like 450K accounts.
Oh
I
wow.
blew like four, and then with all that money, bro, I was like so stressed. I was like, where am I keep getting money from to keep buying these accounts? And then I blew like I would buy 100K accounts more than I would with 50K because I wanted my profits to be more. I blew like probably like five 100K accounts and like four 50K accounts.
Hmm.
And
And
then
how long was that? Like a month, 2 months?
it would, bro. Sometimes it would take me a week because I was expecting big returns. I
Yeah.
was really expecting big returns. It's like some would take, bro. I needed 2 more% to pass a 100K account, and I lost it all in 2 days. So I was at $8,000, and I needed to make 10,000. It took me a month to build that 8,000, and it took me 2 days to blow the whole 10K.
I mean that's usually how it goes when you're DJ and trading. Yeah. It's just
Yeah, bro. It took me 2 days to lose it all. Like you were really, like even though I listened to your videos and everything, people gotta learn the hard way, bro. Every people gotta learn the hard way. Like in my head, before I came to the markets, I'm gonna risk 1%, 2% max. And then I come over here. Everybody just gotta learn the hard way. I blew so many accounts, and I thought to myself, I can't keep doing this. And the account I got a payout. After I got my payout, I blew that account too. After I blew that account too, cause bro, the it's like so weird. You could if you lose $5,000 a day, you're gone. And like the whole in general for the whole account, if you lose 10K, the account's gone.
Yeah. So after obviously you lost a lot when it comes to the trading. You lost a decent amount of accounts and money, obviously buying all these challenges.
Yeah.
How did it feel when you finally actually got your $12,000 withdrawal?
Bro, I felt great, bro. Like I felt like I was in heaven, bro. So I was my graduation day. My graduation day, I was sitting, I was looking at my trade. It was I forgot what pair it was, but it was a pair lining up so good, and I risked like 2,500. And my biggest day was $4,000, and that was
Mhm.
my same graduation day. I was literally sitting. They got videos. I looked at the videos. I was literally sitting down watching the charts on the my graduation seat, while everybody else was walking around talking. I was looking at the chart. That was my biggest day. I made $4,000 that day, and then after that, I was risking like $1,000. I used to take a lot of trades. I don't take a lot of trades no more, cause now I trade your Sunday swing pairs. You usually got like 6 to 7, right?
Yeah.
And I would pick out like 2, 3 pairs. And then after I would trade those pairs, you would post it on your story, and I was like, yo, me and him picked the same trade out of all these. And I was like, that's when it clicked for me. I was like, I'm getting to know this now, bro. I'm picking these pairs. He's picking. You traded GVP CAD, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked it too. When it broke and retested,
Yep.
like I can show you right here. Let
Let
me
me see.
show you. It broke. It broke, retested. I think I entered off of this engulfing, but
Oh,
then I was,
I saw a picture in the community. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And then news. I knew. I put my stops to break even because news was gonna come out and I didn't want to lose. And then news came out. It was a win-win for me because my stops was at break even, and news came out. It just skyrocketed up. And I was gonna take my take profit off, but I was like, what if it just goes all the way up and it comes back down? Because that's what news really does.
Yeah.
But then I kept my take profit over there, and it just flew up
So how much money did you make on that trade?
2K.
Okay, that's
2K.
solid, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
You're getting back in rhythm, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you went from not knowing anything to trading to blowing all accounts to then becoming profitable trader and having withdrawals all within the span of a year while
In
you're
a year, literally.
while you're in high school. So like you just graduated high
I
school.
just got yeah. I just graduated high school. My dad wanted me to go to college. I was like, I'm not going. I'm taking the first semester off to lock in on, like, bro. These couple months, I've been really locked in on trading. These couple months, because I don't have school. I got all day to just look at these pairs and I resell cars on the side too, like small cars. But then after I got that payout, I bought my dream car. I
Yeah,
had
what?
some I had some money. I had some money from flipping cars. But then after I got that payout, I bought a Hellcat with the money I had, and I added the trader money, and I got a Hellcat. I was so happy.
Fire. That's
Bro, it's been my dream car ever since I was 13. Like, whenever I see one in public, I'll just look at it, admire it, and it's crazy because I'm only 18 and I got one. I
what
can't
do
like get that
your
through my head.
what do your friends tell you now, like that you went to high
Oh,
school?
none of my friends know I trade.
No.
None of my friends know I trade.
Why? Why? Why not?
I don't know, man. It's just I really want to be really better at it, and then I'll let people know. But none of my friends really know I trade.
Well, I mean, bro, they're gonna see you here now, and what did they say
If they see it, I guess I'll let them know. If they see it now, I'll let them know. But none of them know I trade.
and that's because you just want to lock in by
It's
yourself?
because no, it's not that I want to lock in. It's like, what if I told them in the beginning and I quitted and I left? They were gonna think I'm a loser. Like if somebody sees you, if they see me, they're gonna always remember me of quitting and always leaving. I told them, what if I told them, yo, I'm about to trade, I'm about to do this, that, and at the end of the day, I don't do none of that. Your value goes so much down as a person. So I really want to get a Lambo first, and then let everybody know. Let everybody know, like, I got this from trading.
So when you pull up in a Hellcat, what do they say? Do they ask
They were
questions?
like, no, they were really surprised. I just said I was flipping cars and I got to here. Like, just by flipping cars.
Okay, okay,
Like
that makes
I
sense.
would I would buy like cars from the auction.
Hmm.
I would buy like I remember I bought a Nissan for $3,000, and then I spent like another 3K. It was like 60, and I sold it for 9K.
Okay.
So I would just get some profits like that with those cars. So I told them I got it from reselling
Doc.
cars.
And
Yeah.
then what do your parents say in your journey? Are they supportive of you, or are they just kind of
Yeah, man, I love my parents now. Back then, they didn't want me to do it, but because right now, my mom calls me at like 10 o'clock every morning. Hey, how does the trade go? This, that. And then because at 9:30, I trade US 100, so NASDAQ. I trade NASDAQ. You remember that guy that I told you about with the Lambo? He
Mm-hmm.
got that from trading NASDAQ. And then what I did, because it was one point when Trump first became president, markets were so bad. Like I was losing back to that was the time when I lost most of my accounts. When
Yep.
Trump first became president, I lost like at least about 5 accounts. And
Yep.
then it was my other boy that I met. While we're over here losing like crazy, he's posting profits 1 to 5 a day, 1 to 3, 1 to 2. And like with his strategy, he uses a 20 pip stop loss. And then like if a move happens, he's already at a 1 to 3. Since
Mm-hmm.
he got a 20 point stop, it's not like a 20 pip, it's a 20 point stop loss. So it's really tight. And then he gets a lot of profit. So now I trade your pairs, then I trade NASDAQ too. So
Okay.
what I did with NASDAQ, I didn't buy his course. I still haven't bought his course. I don't want to do it either because with NASDAQ, I mixed it up with like my own strategy and your strategy. And it's like a beast, bro. It's so good. I use the area of interest, and at 9:30, I mark the highs and lows, like of that higher high and higher low. But I go on like the 5 minute and the 15 minute. And then whenever I get a break above or under, I hop in the trade and use the 20 pip stop loss. With a 20 pip stop loss and like the momentum of New York Open, like at 9:30, the momentum is so strong. Even if it wicks you out and goes back up, you'll still get a 1 to 3 or like a 1 to 2 since you're using a 20 pip stop loss.
If
So
you're hopping, yeah, if that's if you're hopping in with the right momentum, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
with the right, if you hop in with the right momentum, so if I see a momentum like going down, well, like just a little bit, I'll hop right in it. And then I'll get out like when I see the momentum slowing down. Most of
Yeah.
the time it'll be like at a 1 to 2, 1 to 3. But on the good days, it will be like a 1 to 5. Like the other
And
day, like it was like 2 weeks ago. It was like I risked like $300. I got a 1 to 16
wow.
on NASDAQ, 1 to 16.
Wow. That's where the
Yep.
money's at on those big first
Yep.
term trades.
I posted it
Well,
on the school community. I don't know if you've seen it. It was a really
I
long time
yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah. I saw that. What would you say is like the biggest piece of advice that you would give your beginner self when you started a year ago and knew nothing about trading?
Yeah, man. I'll just I don't think I've done anything wrong, but over leveraging with prop firms. I'll just like lock in with you got a really good strategy. Like the break and retest with the area of interest is a beast. Literally happens all the time.
Literally every single day.
Literally every single time it happens. I'll just stick to your strategy with the pairs and NASDAQ. That's what I'll do. I'll tell
And
myself, stick to the strategy and mix that strategy with NASDAQ and use like a breakout. I don't think I've done anything wrong, but because
and
it's only been a year. I must
yeah,
still eventually need more
bro,
experience.
bro, you're literally 18, bro. When I was 18, I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, bro. Like, I
That's
was
crazy, bro. That's
yeah, like
crazy.
and like I still didn't even know what trading was. The fact that you're already this far into the trading journey is just ridiculous to me. You're definitely ahead of me when I got started. Like, bro, I'm 25, bro. I'm 7 years older than you, bro. That's a long time. That's a whole life, the
Yeah.
whole journey. So I mean,
But
you're definitely off to a good start, bro. I would not I would not underestimate that potential.
it's all up to God's hands, bro. I would literally pray at night and just cry of how much I used to lose. All that money, I was like, how do I keep getting money and buying these funded accounts? Because funded accounts are not cheap, bro. They're like $800, $700, and
Yeah.
blowing like tens of them it adds up to a lot at the end of the day. I would
Yeah.
just at late night, I would just pray and just cry. I'm like, bro, what do I do? Like, I would just tell God, just put something in my head to be good at this. It's
Yeah.
really everything's up to God's hands, bro. Whatever He wants, whatever He don't want for you, it'll be just what He
I
planned out for you.
I mean, bro, the fact that out of three airports you're gonna pull up at, you picked the one you met me, and now
Yep,
here 5 months later we're here. I don't know. I think it's just crazy.
it's
What would be
crazy, bro.
to let the viewers know? What would be one word that you would tell anybody out there that can be in your journey while they're blowing their accounts, while they're either getting started in the journey or starting to execute the strategy? What would be one word that you would tell the viewers now as close off? What would it be?
One word. Stick to one strategy.
That's like
Stick to
five.
one strategy.
So
Stick
one
to
strategy.
one strategy. Yep. Cause bro, I see people, I got some friends. Uh they just hop from strategies. Like I know somebody in real life. I had school with him. He would see me he was because I used to just sit in the back of the class and just lock in with trading. And this other friend, he was like, "Yo, what do you do?" So I just explained it to him, and then he would go on YouTube and then jump strategy to strategy in like weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week. I'm like, bro, relax, pick one strategy and stick to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
tried to get him into your strategy, but he was like, I was like, I'll teach him, I'll teach you. And then he was like, he doesn't have the money to join. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll teach you if you want. But then
He's
he
just
didn't
not
really
like,
take it serious.
yeah, he's just not like that. It is what it is. All right,
Yeah.
Yousef, I hope to see you back on this podcast for part two when you get a six-figure payout. You get your
Yeah.
Lambo. That'd be sick, if you pull up to Miami in it, I think that would be legendary.
I
And
feel like if I get a little more payouts and I sell this Hellcat, it'll be possible soon. If I
100%.
sell this Hellcat and I get a little bit more payouts, it'll be possible to get one soon.
I give you 6 months, bro. I hope to see you back in 6 months.
6 months or a year.
Yeah, 6 months later.
Six
All
months
right.
or a year. Yep.
Yusuf, I appreciate you for taking your time out here, speaking your journey to the people. I appreciate you trusting in me and being part of the Set and Forget community. And hope to see you soon and excited for your journey, brother.
Thank you very much, bro. You have a good
Appreciate it,
one.
Yusuf. Take it there, bro. See you.
Peace. Set and forget.
Don't forget.